much Jack and too much Jim. My head's still pounding like a big bass drum. I'm reaching over for an accent, but they're already gone. Another crazy night in this cowboy's life. 'Cause I do what I wanna, do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, singing every night in a local bar. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. Now along this road, there's a lot I learned, and everything I got, I worked hard to earn. I give it all up because I love my fans. But if you don't like me, well, I don't give a damn. It ain't hard to see why people wanna live like me. It's 'cause I do what I wanna, do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, sing it every night in a local bar. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. We roll into town, got a country swagger, keep the music turned up and got moves like Haggard. You can find us hanging out every night. It's a little bucked up, but we're all alright. Don't hurt the dream. Hey, let me hear you sing that I do what I want, do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, 'cause thanks to them, I'm a big old star. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. Hillbilly rock star.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Hales Corners Speedway Sim Racing Series. 2021-22 winter season kicking off right here at Cedar Lake. These guys are going to alternate week over week between the street stocks and the pro late models. Round number 1 tonight. 26 drivers checked in to kick the season off. Going back 2 seasons to the cars they used in what I believe was the spring season last year. Drivers made the decision to go back to these 2 cars, and with the new tire models and the new racing surface moisture patches, hopefully things will be as good or better than they were a couple of seasons ago when these guys kicked off. A new sponsor for their series, Central Services Company Incorporated. Going to sponsor both series this time. So all new branding for the Hales Corners drivers. We've got them for 24 weeks. We will go all the way through April with these guys. They'll have a couple of Sundays off for different holiday events, and they will fill in maybe with a couple of special event deals that they like to do when they have off weeks. So hopefully we will cover everything for them between Dominic and myself. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Be sure to come by the Facebook page of Dirt Racing Network, like, share, and follow. And if you're over on YouTube or Twitch, hit the subscribe button. You will know each and every time we go live more and more content during the winter months. Let's see, this will make 5, and then there will be 6 and 7. So there's going to be 7 different shows throughout the week, 6 days. Double headers on Thursday nights right now. We are going to be opening up not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday, the Big 410 practice for the Pro Series as the World Championships for iRacing and their Dirt 410 sprint cars get ready to kick off. The guys are going to get a final night of practice in before they run over with the Dirt Slingers, before they run the Pro Series at iRacing. That'll be at 9 o'clock Eastern on Saturdays, starting on the 13th. But tonight it's all about Hales Corners kicking off season number, I want to say 4 with us. I have lost track. They have been here for so long. I think we did winter, spring, summer, and this is another winter season with them. So I think this is our 4th in a row. Big a long one this time. Going to be a lot of fun. A lot of the familiar faces. Crawford, Rundle, Schilling. See some guys returning. I see Blake Johnson's name in there. See Tony Itzkowski in here. Colt Duggar. So it should be a good one. These guys getting ready for all of their action. We're going to go down trackside here momentarily for our pre-race ceremonies. When we come back, these guys should be ready to rip and tear. So we will send it down trackside. When we return, we should have racing action on tap. Sit back, relax, and let's get ready to do something fancy on a Sunday night.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All righty. Thank you to the Foleys. We are about to have qualifying. Got the camera down on the 48 car of Matt Urban. Keep our eyes on the top 10. Find out who will be quick qualifier for the night. A little bit of work done to the track between sessions. It was getting pretty slick right through that middle groove right there, and they've knocked that back just a little bit, try to give these guys a little bit of grip. First lap for Urban, sixth quick. Jacob Crawford, not a surprise. Crawford quick. He was your champion from last season. 15.963. JJ Schilling 15.965. Scott Bidinger with a Chris Johnson jumps up to third. Drake Hartzell, Scott Bidinger, your top five there. Three drivers under the 16 flat bracket. Chris Johnson, the slowest of those. Now Brandon Hall comes in, a 99 machine. And then promptly hits the inside wall there after he goes across the line. 15.976 for him, 15.993 for Johnson. Reed Rundle, 16.003. Rundle sporting black this season, not white like he did last year. 16.030 for the second, so a tick slower, and he will remain fifth. Cole Duggar, the only car to not have taken time to this point. I don't think he's going to have enough time to get 2 laps in, so. Ryan Fisher, the Pincata Auto Solutions machine, still making a few laps. Probably going to run out all the time, just getting laps in. Peter Brees. All them same guys. Close to the front. We'll see what Crawford does here. He was really good last season. Won 5 of the 8 races for the year. Easily cruised to the title. All right, let's get down here and get ready for heat race number 1. Got 4 heat races scheduled. And we will go through our Central Services starting lineup on the pole. The Brandon Home Performance Motorsports Racing Incorporated number 75 from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, of James Fletcher. And on his outside, the Milkman Designs. That's a 1525 Motorsports entry. It's a 7 car from Machesney Park, Illinois, of Tyler Goodwin. Your second row on the inside, the Central Services Muellers. Number 43 out of Oxford, Michigan, Reed Rundle. And on the outside of him, another 1525 Motorsports entry, the 2 car of your quick qualifier for the evening out of Dakota, Illinois, Jacob Crawford. The third row on the inside, newcomer, Bo Ambos in the 88 car. And on his outside, the Rofi Sport MMA Gundog Motorsports number 34 from Brookfield, Wisconsin, of Dean Gagliano. And your final row for heat race number 1 on the inside, the Brunner Brothers Racing number 46 out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, John Brunner. So 7 cars, 4 straight to your feature. Everybody else going to have to work their way in out of the B main. Seems strange to me, but an electric pace car on dirt just doesn't fit.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Heat race number 1 underway. Side by side, the front 2 rows headed down the backstretch. Fletcher asserts the 75 car going into 3. He'll lead lap number 1, 3 wide behind that. Rundle on the bottom. Goodwin's in the top shot right there, and Jacob Crawford right in the middle of that 2 car. He is going to thread the needle, come out in second off of turn 4 for lap number 2. Car of Bo Amos right here in the mix. Top 5. Not separated by more than about a car length each. Side by side for 4th. Goodwin got his hands full. Got a little bump right there on the left-hand door. May get another bump here. Nope, they keep them apart. 4 laps down, 6 to go. Fletcher, Crawford, Rundle. Now Goodwin clears Ambos into the 4th spot. A little touch there. Everybody going to keep them straight. Gagliano in the 34 car now has caught up, making a 6 car. It's almost a 7-car battle right here. They're starting to get single file and stay that way. Crawford took a look on the inside of Fletcher. Inside 5 to go. Nothing doing there. Now Rundle's going to do the same to him in 3 and 4, but he's got nothing. Crawford going to try to swing the car to the high side. See if he can find some momentum, pull along down the backstretch. Fletcher closes that door but opens up the bottom. And Rundle takes a peek. They'll be side by side at the line, about half a car for Crawford, hanging on to second. Fletcher doing what he needs to. He's going to get to the 2 to go mark first. We'll see if he's still there. We complete 2 more of these. That battle for second, very good. Rundle working the inside, really has the 43 car. Coming out of the corners nicely, right alongside Crawford. White flag, Fletcher, Crawford, Rundle the top 3. Goodwin, the 7 car, sitting in that final direct transfer spot right now. We'll see who comes home second. It looks like Fletcher going to be able to cruise to victory here. He'll pick up the season opener heat race win. And then Crawford hangs on by about a tire over Rundle in second. And Goodwin takes the other transfer spot. Everybody else have to work their way in through the B main. And we'll get ready for heat race number 2. The return of a car we haven't seen in a while here. So your Central Services starting lineup for Heat 2 looks like this. The GB Restoration and Repair, number 77 from East Troy, Wisconsin. Making his return to the series, Gary Budzine, the driver. And on his outside, the Buddies Racing Equipment I-41 Raceway, number 17, out of Slinger, Wisconsin, of Dean Burnt. Your second row inside, a 1525 Motorsports entry. It's the 35 of Drake Hartzell from Genoa, Illinois. And on the outside of him, another B-Hull Performance Machine, and that is the 70 car of J.J. Schilling from Greendale, Wisconsin. Your third row on the inside, the Furnace DRN Team Davis, number 35 from West Dallas, Wisconsin, of Zach Krieger. And on the outside of him, more B-Hull Performance Machines from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, the 32 car of Skylar Woods. And your final car in the field tonight, the Black Flag Racing, number 10 from West Dallas, Wisconsin, of Tony Ichkowski. Ten more times around. Top 4 go straight to the feature. Everybody else going to have to go through the B main.
Green, green, green.
Pace curve. It sounds crazy when it goes away. Green flag in the air. Heat number 2. Budzine grabs the top spot down the back stretch. Burnt and Hartzell side by side. Schilling trying to put the 70 machine right in the middle of that. Couldn't quite get there. A little bump on the bumper. Got Burnt down in the corner. Burnt checks it up, comes down the hill, slows everybody up. Hartzell goes around him. Burnt out of 3 and 4, fights back, takes second that lap, drives it deep in the corner on Budzine. He had to check up, and that's going to give Hartzell the spot back. Now Hartzell might clear him in 3 and 4 unless Burnt can get another monster run. Big blink from the 35 car right there. He does clear down the front stretch, so 3 in the books. Budzine, Hartzell, Burnt, and Schilling your top 4. Here comes Skylar Wood. The 32 machine a little out of shape out of 2, going to lose some ground. Back 2 cars with Krieger and Nitzkowski. A good straightaway behind this battle. Right now, Budzine doing all right. Oh, 17 of Burnt, way wide in 3. Had to really gather it back in. Woods got out of shape again on the exit of the corner. So single file, Budzine, Hartzell, Schilling, Burnt, and Woods, the top 5 and top 4 on the screen. Those are your transfer spots. 4 laps to go this time. Schilling. When Burnt got out of shape, Schilling went around. He moved to 3rd. He almost got in the back of Hartzell the last time here in 3 and 4. Takes the car low. Don't think he's going to have enough momentum on corner exit. Keeping it right there in 3rd. The top 4 now have opened up a little bit of a gap on 5th. Skylar Woods, about 8 car lengths. Krieger and Ichkowski a good second back of that. White flag of this time out of turn 4. Gary Budzine still the leader, has led it since the drop of the green flag. Got to make one more circuit to pick up the heat win. Hartzell closed in a little in 1 and 2. I just don't think it's enough. Budzine will return to pick up a win. Oh, Schilling got into Hartzell, got out of shape. Burnt went around, but Schilling will hang on to 4th. So it's a Budzine, Hartzell, Burnt, and Schilling going straight to the feature. Woods, Krieger, and Ichkowski have to go through the B main tonight. All right. Central Services starting lineup for heat race number 3 on the pole. The Kurzik Electric LLC 00 from Waukesha, Wisconsin of Blake Johnson. On his outside, the 19 car of Sean Judson. Your second row on the inside, Scott Bittinger, the 69 car. And on the outside of him, the Skis Graphics B-Hull Performance number 99 from Maryville, Wisconsin of Brendan Hull. Your third row inside, the Pride of Tosa Brunner Brothers. Number 64 from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, Randy Brunner on the hot seat in that car. And on his outside, the 117 of Jim Butcher. And on the back row, didn't think he was here, didn't see him run any practice or qualifying laps, but the UDTV Brent Spates Team Outlaw Motorsports number 11 out of St. Louis, Missouri of Cole Duggar. Sean Judson, new driver, will go to the back. So will the 69 of Scott Bittinger. One of the rules for this series, new drivers got to start at the back. They want to know what you can do. Don't want you up here interfering with the guys at the front. And it's not a bad rule to have, but the green flag is in the air. Heat number 3 underway. Down the back stretch into 3 and 4, side by side battle. Hull on the outside, Johnson on the inside. A little contact between Brunner and Butcher. Both drivers able to gather them up, keep them going forward. Hull, Johnson, Brunner, Cole Duggar moved up a couple of rows and now hanging on to a 4th spot right here. That is the final direct transfer spot, but he's got company. Butcher peeking down the inside in the 117 car. Brunner now on the inside of Johnson. Yeah, got a little wide there. Now Johnson way wide on the exit. Brunner with a good run down the hill. He squeaks by about a car length going into turn 3. He'll hang on to second. Move Johnson to third, and Duggar right behind this battle. Tight on the back end of the 0-0. A couple seasons ago, Duggar was a dominant force in the series. Didn't see him much last season. Back, it looks like full-time this season. Maybe needing to knock a little rust off. Get back to his ways. A little contact there between Butcher and Bittinger down the backstretch, 5th and 6th. Down to 4 laps to go. Back here, and watch the new guy, Bittinger, works the inside, takes 5th away from Butcher. May not be out of the transfer spot yet if he can keep that 69 smooth. Hall's starting to inch away from these guys. He's got a good 6 car lengths over Brunner. 2 to go this time. Brunner still second, and then Johnson and Duggar 3rd and 4th. Now Duggar goes bottom. Went to the basement. Don't think the momentum's going to be there coming out. He's going to go down here one more time. White flag. Bittinger now goes to the bottom. We'll see if Duggar can hold off the 69. 69's been good on the bottom. Looks like Hull will pick up the win in Heat 3, then Brunner, Johnson. And at the line, Duggar holds off Bittinger by half a car length. So Bittinger, Butcher, and Judson going to be in the B main. All right, final heat race in our Central Services starting lineup looks like this. The Pincana Auto Solutions number 41 from Oak Creek, Wisconsin, Ryan Fisher on the pole. And to his outside, the Central Services Company Incorporated number 22 out of Minneapolis, Minnesota of Nate Sievert. Your second row on the inside, the 48 car of Matt Urban, and on the outside, the Shark RC Car Bodies number 112. I think that car might have a 1 on it again this season. It's usually the 112, but last season he ran a number 1. He comes to us from Menominee Falls. His name, Chris Johnson. And your third and final row, the Rob Warren, the 15 car, down on the inside and on the outside, the DiscountShopTowels.com. Black Flag Racing number 74 from Waterford, Wisconsin, of Peter Reese. And Johnson went back to the 112. He put that 1 on there, ran it the entire season last season, and it confused me pretty much every night. So good to see he's got the 112 back onto that car. And it does look like Rob Warren went from the 15 last season to the 25 this season. So everybody looking like they're going to match their numbers pretty good. So final heat race.
Green, green, green.
Of the evening, green flag in the air. Sievert. Not sure how our pole sitter was that much asleep, but he certainly was. And Fisher's going to get a challenge 3 wide down the back stretch. Sievert out to the front. It's the 48 of Urban, and then Fisher and Johnson was on the top. They're still 3 wide at the end of lap number 1. Chris Johnson trying to find momentum off the top side. Fisher's car out of shape. He falls back. Now slide job across the nose of the 112. That's going to put the 112 into the fence. Going to get him turned around. No,
all right, man, caution is out.
I didn't think the caution
out.
was going to come out right there, but it most assuredly did. And we will go and check this out from back here. Up the hill, little tap there, gets him out of shape, opens up the door for a couple of guys, and Fisher came across. Johnson got into the fence, got just a little help from Warren, and he ends up going around. He'll have to catch up to the field, restart in the 6th spot. 7 laps remain, plenty of time to make a move. Needs to pass 2 cars to get himself back into a transfer spot. So Sievert, Urban, Brees, Warren, Johnson, Fisher in that order as Ryan Fisher moves that 41 car to the back. He tapped out. Man, get that shit off my channel. All right, drivers doubled back up, ready to go green.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. Big blink out of Sievert right there going down the backstretch. They're too wide behind. Urban on the top side. Peter Brees, a 74 car down on the bottom. Rob Warren in the 25 in that all-important final transfer spot, but here comes Johnson trying to take a peek on the inside and see if he can do something coming off the bottom to take that transfer away. Fisher got a good run down the hill. It's a battle side by side for 5th and 6th. Still a battle for 2nd. Brees and Urban are side by side, tucked right in behind Sievert. Three wide into turn number 1 for the lead up the hill. Little contact between Urban and Sievert. Sievert getting the short end of the stick. He gets into the wall, but Brees grabbed the lead during that exchange. So Peter Brees to the front. Oh, Chris Johnson just went out of the park, flipping down the front stretch, right out the pit entrance. In turn 1, all the way down into the pits. Watching Brees, we'll go back here and watch Urban and Sievert side by side. They are 2nd and 3rd right now. Little contact here. Oh, Urban. Up sideways. That's going to cost you. He's going to have to slow it down on the final lap. Brees is easily going to cruise to a victory here. I don't know where Urban's going to come out at. But it's Brees, Sievert, and Warren 1, 2, 3. And I think Ryan Fisher is actually going to end up with this 4th transfer spot. I'm not sure how that's going to go there. It looks like Urban ended up with it. I don't know how that works. I know you get a penalty for that stuff. So, our B main, it's going to be Ambos and Woods on the front row. Bittinger and Fisher in row 2. Gagliano and Krieger in row 3. Butcher and Johnson row 4. Row 5, Brunner and Ichkowski. That's John Brunner. And Sean Judson on the back. A little bit of contact in the last one. Kind of going to be what it is. You see the 2 cars on the inside of the front 2 rows there. Ambos and Bittinger going to the back. They will do that this week for sure. League rule. So that is going to leave us with Gagliano and Woods on the front row. Now the field trying to get caught up and formed up before we go to green right here.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. B main underway. Gagliano down on the big melee behind Chris Johnson. No luck for the 112 car at all tonight. Looks like John Brunner stuck against the fence over here in
All right, man. Caution is out.
Turn
Caution is
2,
out.
and car's just sitting there, not going anywhere. I don't know if he's stuck. He's just not able to get the car turned around. He is going to take it off the track. So we got a lap in. We were working on lap number 2 when the caution came out. All right, they'll start getting them formed back up here. Gagliano, Woods, then Fisher. Butcher's on the outside of row 2. Krieger inside of row 3. Krieger, Zach Krieger just turned left into the infield. I think Zach Krieger had a problem. Green flag back in the air. 10 laps to go. Good side-by-side battle. Now big crossover from Woods. Woods went from the top to the bottom. Saw a little bumpity bump right there between Ambos and Fisher. And Ambos goes around.
Caution is out.
Yeah, we will go take a look at this. It's going to be a little bump between Ambos and Fisher right there. It looks like net code the first time. But it got the 88 out of shape. Now the end of the door when they came out of 19 car there. But Judson hit the barrier on the inside. Don't know how much damage that car has. He's able to drive it away. Right front corner is pretty mashed up. So damage on the right front of Ichkowski, Johnson, Ambos, and Judson. Krieger out. John Brunner, the 46 car, also out. So down to 9.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
Like the 34 of Dean Gagliano. Going to finally tap out on that one. They'll move to the back. They'll extend the caution for one more lap. That will move Woods and Fisher to row 1, then Butcher and Bittinger. Ichkowski and Johnson through the top 6. Then Ambos, Judson, and Gagliano rounding out the field. We'll go green the next time. We come around, and here comes that 46 car rolling back. He is what appears to be at least 1, maybe 2 laps down. We'll see what scoring updates once they go back to it. Pace car is away. Green flag back in the air. Woods, Fisher, Bittinger,
all right, man. Caution is out.
Johnson,
Caution is out.
We got caution again. Not sure what happened here. We were watching the front 3. Ooh, a contact there off the nose of the 88. Ichkowski got turned around. So B-Main a little physical tonight. should get one to go here. We do just that. So they will get lined up side by side once again. 7 laps remaining. Race car taking off. Drivers
Green
on
flag,
the loud
green
pedal.
flag.
Green flag back in the way. B-Main trying to wrap up here. Woods to the point. Bittinger took a peek on the inside. He may have the spot from Fisher. Fisher got out of shape off of 2. Gets out of shape just a touch off of 4, but he's going to stay side by side here. Good battle for second. Good battle for fourth right here. Side by side between Butcher and Johnson. Johnson, after an early incident, back up here in the top 5 again. Big run off the top side, move him to 4th. Butcher back to 5th. And the 19 car of Judson back up into the mix one more time. Oh, Butcher and Johnson again, and Chris Johnson cannot catch a break. Contact seems to be around the 112 car, and it hurts him every time. That time gets a shot in the back end from Gagliano as he wiggled across the nose. Right front damage to the 112 car. That car not going to make it into the feature tonight. As Woods trying to hold off Fisher, trying to hold off Bittinger, coming around 2 to go this time. 3 car battle at the front. Almost dead. Even Bittinger had it 0.001 on the stopwatch. And Bittinger may make a lead, a surge to the lead off of 4 for the white flag. He had it that time by about a car length. Great battle for the front here in the B-Main. Woods on the bottom coming out of 4. Bittinger off the top. Bittinger will win it. Woods is second. Fisher, Butcher, Judson, Gagliano, Hichkowski, and Brunner. Chris Johnson's car back in the pits. That was 9th. So, we are all set. The guys are going to take just a moment and warm up, and while they do, we will go pay a bill or two. All right. Short warm-up session for the boys tonight. 20 cars, 25 laps for our feature tonight. See who opens up the season by picking up the win. So we will get ready to run through our Central Services starting lineup for the 25 lap. A-Main tonight on the pole. A 22 of Nate Sievert on his outside, the 64 of Randy Brunner. Row 2 going to be the 35 of Hartzell on the inside. Jake Crawford in the 2 on his outside. That is tough for the rest of the competition when Crawford starts that close to the front, as we learned last season. Third row inside, Peter Brees, the 74. On the outside, the 99 of Brandon Holm. 77 of Gary Budzine inside row 4 with James Fletcher on his outside in the 75 car. Reed Rundle will start the 43 machine on the inside of row number 5, and on his outside, the 17 of Dean Burnt. Row 6, Blake Johnson, the 00 inside. The 25 of Rob Warren will be on the outside. And it'll be the 7 of Tyler Goodwin inside row 7 with the 70 of J.J. Schilling on his outside. Cole Duggar will start the 11 car on the inside of the 8th row with Matt Urban setting to his outside. That's the 48 machine. Your 9th row, the 69 of Scott Bittinger inside. Skylar Woods at 32. Those guys coming out of the B main. And the final row, Ryan Fisher on the inside in the 41. Jim Butcher, this is 117 on his outside. 20 cars. All right, green flag about to come out. There it is, 25 lap A main to open up the season. Hales Corner Sim Series. 3 wide already down the backstretch. We haven't even completed a lap. They get through that. Brunner took a peek on the inside of Seaver. Hartzell now has the inside going into 1 and 2. Can he do something to grab the lead? Brunner gets into the left rear on that one. Out of 3 and 4. Sievert off the top side. Not enough momentum up there yet. Hartzell leads it. So Drake Hartzell to the front. Then Sievert. Now Brandon Hull up to 3rd. Brunner trying to hang on to 4th. He's got Brees on the inside. Brees gives him a little nudge up the hill. Now drives around, puts the right rear in. Hull got out of shape. He gets turned around. So we'll go back. We'll watch the 99 car. No contact. There's contact now. That there was contact behind. Brees and Brunner getting together. And at least he spun him around, kept him facing the same way. It wasn't that big of an impact. Dean Burnt's car took a little ride up the hill. So we'll see who all is coming to the back off of this one. All right, now Hull still back here. Hartzell, Sievert, Brunner, Brees, Crawford, Fletcher, Bud Zine. Rundle in 8th, and Blake Johnson and Tyler Goodwin rounding out the top 10. Excuse me. Okay, lights off on the pace vehicle. Everybody will get doubled up.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
Out of position, out of shape. All right, this time. Looks like 74 car going to move himself to the back. So we'll get the restart out of 3 and 4 with Hartzell and Sievert on the front row. Then Brunner and Crawford. Fletcher and Bud Zine. That's your top 6. Green flag back in the air. All right. Hartzell back to the point. Sievert second, still side by side between Brunner and Crawford. Brunner right through the middle, moved Crawford up about a lane. There might be contact here. Everybody kind of gets away. Good job, especially by the 2 car, not getting into the back of the 22 and the 64, staying off of both of them. They've got these guys behind them bottlenecked, and that is letting Hartzell just get away. We're going to concentrate on this battle right here. See how this sorts out. They were 3 wide behind Brunner. Brunner deep into 3 and 4. Now it's going to come down the hill. A lot of contact. Whole lot of contact. There goes Sievert. There goes Brunner. Sievert's around. That
All right,
was
man,
bound
caution is out.
to
Caution is
happen.
out.
I don't think there was any way for that not to happen. Long angle there. You can see them coming off. They were 4 wide. That was what I wanted to check on. They were 4 wide, and that did not lend itself to positivity. That time Sievert was upside down somewhere here, and you can see it's just too many cars, not enough real estate. Sievert around, gets pummeled. That's how he ended up upside down. He got pummeled from back deep in the field. 25 car of Rob Warren ended up getting him. So they'll pull that one off the track. Toss it in the pits. Rob Warren's car may be done for the day too, as that hard frontal impact may have taken him out of competition. Hartzell, Fletcher, Crawford, Rundle, Budzine, and Goodwin. Then J.J. Schilling and Blake Johnson in the top 8.
Green, green, green.
Restart. Hartzell getting good starts. Hartzell, Crawford, 1, 2. And then Fletcher's sitting in third, but Fletcher's got company. Rundle is right there. They are 3 wide behind Rundle. Budzine was on the top side. Urban and Schilling all right in there. Trying to sort that out. I don't know that it's going to sort itself. It may create a 3 wide behind it. They get it squared away. 2 wide, 2 deep back there. That's Duggar. Now they're 3 wide. Johnson was on the top. Brandon Hull trying to make his way through was on the bottom of that. They're 3 wide here again with Urban, Schilling, and Budsey. Things starting to stretch out at the front. Getting single file through the top 4. Hartzell, Crawford, Rundle, Fletcher. Now Budzine in 5th. And Budzine's got them side by side behind him. Schilling on the top, Urban off the bottom. Put Tyler Goodwin right in there. Goodwin in 8th. Goodwin to the inside of Schilling. Past the halfway point. Coming around to 11 to go. Watching 5th place. Urban now clear in 6th. Battles behind that side by side. Schilling on the top, Goodwin on the bottom. Side by side behind that. Duggar was up top. Woods was on the bottom. Now Duggar takes it away just as Schilling did. They're single file through the top 10. Back to the front. Top 3 starting to get side by side here on corner entry. Make it 9 laps to go. Hartzell right through the middle. Able to keep the 35 car out in front. Got about 2 car lengths. Rundle is all over Crawford. Just looking for a mistake or looking for a little bit of grip where he can drive the 43 car up the inside. Maybe move Crawford up the hill, get him into his position where he's not comfortable. Kind of feel like that's tough to do with the driver of the 2 car because he's so good everywhere. Those 2 reeling back in Hartzell. They're breaking away from 4th place Fletcher. Fletcher, he's got his hands full with Budzine now. Is Budzine trying to not just make a top 5 finish, but he'd like to get up here, maybe have a shot to battle for a top 3. Saw the 69 car of Bittinger on the inside of the infield on the backstretch. Top 3 single file side by side for 4th, down to 5 laps to go. That's going to single file out again. Laps clicking off quickly here. Right at 16 seconds. 16.4 the last time by for the top 3. Crawford going to have to figure out what he can do, if anything, to try to get up here and force Hartzell into a mistake. And that time, he got a good run out of 4. He may pull alongside out of 2 down the backstretch if Rundle doesn't force him to do something as he pulls along the inside. Now 3 wide. Almost contact there. 2 to go, and it's going to get exciting the rest of the way. These 3 out in front, only racing each other, no one even close. About 3/4 of a straightaway separating 3rd from 4th. Crawford trying to find something. White flag. Can Hartzell hang on for 4 more corners? Fletcher Schilling up to 5th now. Final time through 3 and 4. Drake Hartzell off the top side wins the season opener. Jacob Crawford, Reed Rundle going to finish 2nd and 3rd behind that. Then Fletcher and Schilling rounding out the top 5. So we'll get these top 3 guys around here real quick. Hartzell with a celebratory donut. And then he will pull right in here. We'll get down here. Only track we don't have fantastic camera angles for the victory for these guys. Oh, crap, that never ran. All right. So let's get a read run. We'll move these guys up into chat right here. And we will get ready to talk to our 3rd place finisher tonight. See if we can get a good camera angle on him. No, not from there. Definitely not from there. Everything is stuck. Well, we'll do it from right here. We'll talk to Reed.
User was moved to
Reed Rundle, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, buddy, bring the 43 car home in 3rd to start the season. That was a pretty exciting race up front. Ben, tell us what was going on from your seat.
Yeah, we said it at the end of the last season, back in the spring season. Everybody's been improving, and it shows. A lot of cars tonight. Good to see that. A lot of tough cars too. So to come up from 9th and finish on the podium, we'll take it for sure. It was a good night.
Yeah, it looked like the track got reset there, and after all the beam aid and everything, there were marbles all over the place. And with the new moisture content, does it help these cars to find grip in different places? Is that why everybody was so tight tonight?
Well, and I think, that's a little bit of experimentation, and we'll let the grounds crew kind of work their magic when they can. Sometimes it's going to be good. Sometimes it's going to be, bad as far as, track prep. So, it seemed like there was grip in the middle again tonight, not maybe up as high as usual. And you could get a run off sometimes, but then again, everybody's pretty tight. So it just makes for trying to be as careful as you can, not run over anybody, and obviously try and protect your position too.
Well, an awesome run to start the season. We noticed you got out of the white car and into the black. Quick explanation on that.
Well, it's Halloween, We had to do a little bit of a spectacular entry for the season. White will be back next week.
All right, man. Well, an awesome run. Who's on the car helping you out this season? I know it's a long season, and maybe there'll be more than a handful of sponsors this time. But who's on the car this week helping you out?
Yeah, it's still a 12-week season, but we'll be doing the every other week thing with the Pro Late models. So Central Services, obviously Gary and Melody Bohr jumped on board to sponsor the entire, both divisions this year, which is huge. And they've been around. We're going to try and see if we can get them an interview, Gary on. He used to be an announcer too. He's been around the Wisconsin short tracks forever. So yeah, we felt it was a good thing to put him on the car, and Mueller sales and service, and then we still have Buddies and Premier Fabricating, the guys that have been with us for a long time, and hopefully we did good for them.
All right, man, great run tonight. Way to start the season off, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the late models next week.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you too. Appreciate the broadcast.
All right. Reed Rundle, your third place finisher. Let us move on.
User was
and we
moved
will
to your
talk
channel.
to Jacob Crawford. Jacob picked up the championship in the summer season. Now comes back, runs second tonight. Jacob, you there, buddy?
Got a copy.
Well, you start the season off great. Like I said, you coming home in second to kick things off in the street stocks, and we got used to seeing you go straight to the front. You didn't disappoint. You went right up there tonight, but a little bit of trouble trying to find your way around that yellow machine in front of you.
Yeah, I gave everything she had for Drake, but I'm really proud for him to win. And yeah, it was pretty tough getting through the field at first, and with it being kind of a one-lane race. But all in all, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it looked like track went through several changes towards the end. We thought maybe you were going to go to the high side. Were you finding a little bit of something up there?
I think I went up there just a little bit too late, but I seen I was getting a little bit of a run, but Drake just had this track on lockdown tonight.
Well, an awesome way to start the season, and I know the late model's a little bit more into your wheelhouse for next week, but a good place to be in the points coming out of here. Who's on the car helping you out this week?
I'd like to thank Central Services first for sponsoring this whole season for this season, and I'd like to thank Milkman Designs, 1525 Motorsports, Jake Apple Concrete, Crawford Flooring, and who else is on the car? And I'd like to thank Hales Corner for the series, and I'd like to thank Dirt Racing Network for the streams.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and we'll look forward to seeing what you can do next week in the late models, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Your second place finisher, Jacob Crawford. Let's move on to tonight's winner.
User was
drives
moved to
a
your
35
channel.
car, and he took it to the front early, kept it there all night long. Drake Hartzell, you got a copy.
I got you, Reed. Sorry, I got you.
Ooh, I have never been insulted so much in my life. Not ever.
I'm sorry about that. Love you both.
It's all good, brother. Great run tonight, man. You had to hold off a pretty tough customer behind you, and then Rundle decided to throw his hat in there, so you had a couple of them there towards the end of this thing. How'd you keep the 35 car out in front?
Yeah, that was something. I really didn't know what to do. I'm not used to leading, but I just kept the middle. Towards the end there, I started trying different things. I don't think I should. I think I should have kept in the middle, but man, that was just. I really don't know what to say. I was beginning to think this weekend was a fluke. I race remote control cars, and Friday night I went up to the hobby town in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and I raced, made the 3-hour trip up there. Then last night I went south. I went into St. Charles, Illinois, and raced, and I finished last in both features. And I was like, man, do I really need to be starting this feature tonight? But I said, well, I like running with you guys, so I will, and here I am now.
Well, an awesome run, and like I said, it looked like they challenged you late. You kept that car kind of in the middle, in the slick. Everybody else searching all over the place. You just more comfortable riding it through the slick like that?
Yeah, I just feel the car's more predictable. I was able to carry momentum through the center of the corner. I think that's what the car really liked. Towards the end there, I started searching down on the bottom, but the car just started bogging down at the end of the corner, so I had to move back up to keep the RPM in the torque range.
Well, a fantastic way to start the season. I know next week is the pro late models, but you'll at least start the season on top of the points, and you'll have a fighting chance next week, I'm sure. Tell us who's on the car helping you out each and every week before we let you go celebrate.
I'd like to thank Central Services for coming on board with the series. I know that they helped a lot. We were unsure if this was going to happen, but I'd also like to thank 1525 Motorsports for their help honing me in. They made me get on earlier today, I don't know, like 11, 12 o'clock and run a couple practice laps. But, like to thank you guys also for putting on this wonderful broadcast and helping with this series.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see if you can go back-to-back next week.
Thank you.
Your winner tonight, the 35 machine of Drake Hartzell, kicks off the season in style. We'll look at our official results. Hartzell wins it. Crawford was second. Rundle was third. Then James Fletcher in fourth. J.J. Schilling was fifth. Matt Urban, good run for the 48 machine in his debut, comes home in sixth. Gary Budzine returns to the series and garners a top 10. Was running in the top 5 till very, very late. Got passed by a couple of guys. Brandon Hull, good run for the 99 machine, comes up and picks up 8th. Cole Duggar in 9th. Tyler Goodwin was 10th. Ryan Fisher, after having to go through the B main, starting deep in the field, comes home 11th. Peter Brees was 12th. Skylar Woods in 13th. Randy Brunner 14th. Dean Burnt was 15th. Blake Johnson 16th. Scott Bettinger was in the 17th spot tonight. Nate Sievert, after a late race disconnect, comes home 18th. And then Rob Warren 19th and Jim Butcher rounding out the field. That is going to do it for week number 1. Drivers excited about the season and happy to have the new sponsor on board. And I know Reed is very happy with that and very proud of that. So big shout-outs there to everyone at Central Services for helping these guys out and letting them get here on the Dirt Racing Network every Sunday night. Hope everybody enjoyed the show. Be sure your likes, shares, follows, and your subscribes over on YouTube and Twitch. Tomorrow night, Dirt Slingers. Monday Night Thunder, 9 o'clock Eastern. Dominic Santina will be on the call. Trying to think if I can remember where they go to. And I am absolutely 100% drawing a blank on that. But they will be on at 9 o'clock. And then Tuesday night, PRO. I think 360's on tap this week. Wednesday night, Dirt Slingers. Wednesday night Warriors Big Block Modifieds. And then on Thursday, should be 2 shows, I believe. I know that Warhorse is on at 9 Eastern, and I think the NASCAR guys are starting up with Dominic right around the same time. So 2 shows for you on Thursday this week. A full week of racing. Be sure to tune in, catch one of them, say hi in the chat. Never know, might be a free giveaway. One of the features this week. I know I forgot last Thursday night after I had mentioned it, so I am sure that we will give away a minimum of 1 and maybe 2 this week. Got some surprises for the winter coming out. But thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the show. For Dominic Santina and myself here at the Dirt Racing Network, we appreciate you guys each and every time. Till we see you the next time.